Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another beautiful and exciting episode of The Twist. I am Chanazi, and all I do is twist the little things my mom showed me in her beautiful traditional kitchen. Are you a first timer? Oh, you are so welcome. This is family. Here we cook together and we eat together. And special thanks goes to all my returning subscribers. Now let's dive in and see what we have on today's menu. Mm, So in a clean pot, I added some oil. I'm using vegetable oil. You can use any oil of your choice. Then I went in with some salt. Went ahead to add some garlic. I stir fried some garlic. Then I added some onions. I love red onions. I actually sliced one whole onion, but I kept some for later use. Then I went in with my minced beef. I'm using beef. You can use any meat of choice. Yeah, so just give it a good stir and allow it to cook in its own juice. Remember, it adds more flavor to your cooking. So our meat is cooking beautifully. It's going to be very simple and easy. We're not going to be using too many seasonings, too many spices, so you can also try this at home. Now I'm using some crushed tomato paste. When I say tomato paste, yeah, you can use fresh tomatoes if you want. I use two of them. I stirred the first one to see what the quantity was going to look like, then I added the second. Once you add that, allow it to simmer or to cook on low heat until you have a stew-like texture. That bubbling sound. Then I went in with 1 cube of my homemade green seasoning. Added one sliced scotch bonnet pepper. Feel free to blend your scotch bonnet pepper or add more if you want more heat. Now give it a good stir and allow it to simmer. The aroma was everywhere. The bubbling sound. Listen to that pot singing. Oh my god, look at the stew is already giving. Even the pot couldn't resist the aroma, the beauty that came out of that pot. Now just taste and adjust your seasoning. You can add more salt or anything else you want to add. Alright. Then I went in with some extra scotch bonnet pepper, some sliced leeks, and my remaining onions. Now give that a beautiful stir. Go in with 1.5 cup of love. Always add love to your cooking. Do I need to remind you every time? All right, I'll do that. Then go in with some carrots. Give it a beautiful stir. And when we add our carrots, when we add our veggies, we are almost done. Now, for the N+1 time, I'm going to tell you why I dropped in two extra scotch bonnet pepper. And then I allowed my carrots to cook for like 2 minutes before I went in with the other veggies because the chunks were a bit bigger. All right, they were quite big, yeah. So I went in with my mixed bell peppers. I used the orange and the yellow. Give it a good and gentle stir. You can go ahead and garnish it with more love. Just allow it to cook for some 1 or 2 extra minutes, and your stew is ready. Your minced stew is ready. Mm, mm, the aroma, everything. The aroma. Anyway, let's keep that aside and come to our couscous. We're going to be having that stew with some couscous. So now we are traveling to Northern Africa. And since we do not have their traditional pot, I think they call it tagine or something, I'm not very sure. Since we do not have those, we're going to be using a simple recipe. Now, what you need is 2 cups of couscous. We're going to be using 2 cups of couscous. The recipe is just going to be 1 = 1. So here is going to be 2 = 2. So we are using 2 cups of couscous. We're going to be using 2 cups of boiling water. All right. So please ignore the noise. We actually made a mess with the couscous, so that's why I'm wiping. The noise behind here is due to my boiler. I'm just boiling some water, so we're going to be using boiling water for our couscous. It's going to be quick and easy, so you don't get a mushy couscous. Yeah. So once your water boils, go ahead and measure your 2 cups of water. Since we use 2 cups of couscous, we are using the same 2 cups of water. Add your water. You can go ahead and add salt. I didn't add salt because I have enough salt in my stew, and I'm going to be using something extra to add to it, which also has salt. Now just give it a good stir, cover and let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes maximum. And that is it. Et c'est tout. Très facile, mais très délicieux. La recette est très simple. Right. French got in. It got to that stage that we had to add French into this business. Then next, we are peeling our plantains. We're going to be adding plantain on the side, my darlings. I love plantains. I don't know about you, but if you've not had plantains, you are missing a lot, my darling. You are missing a lot. So just go ahead and slice your plantains as desired. I'm using the long, I love them long. Yeah, so I'm just slicing my plantains with love. Always make sure you add love to your cooking. How many times have I repeated this? But yet some people still cook without adding love to their cooking. They choose to add seasoning cubes rather than adding love. Anyway, once your oil is hot, go ahead and deep fry your plantain. I love deep frying my plantain. You can do shallow frying if you want. Yeah. Now our plantain is cooking. We're gonna come back and double check and look at what has become of our couscous. And now you can see how fluffy the couscous looks. Yeah. See how the grains came up one by one. One by one. Then I went ahead to add something extra. I added some salted butter. That is why I didn't add salt to it. So I added some salted butter, gave it a gentle and beautiful mix, sprinkled 1 tablespoon of love, and then allowed it, just mix it and set it aside and wait for your plantain to get ready. And here, les frites de plantain sont prêts. Our plantains are ready. They're golden brown and it's about time to take them off the heat. Now, we're just going to take them off the heat and sprinkle a little bit of salt. Then, continue with the frying process. If you have more, you can just fry. But yeah, I think I had one last round. So we're going to go ahead and fry the other batch. Yeah. Plantains are delicious. They are lovely. Now it's about time. Le repas est prêt. Food is ready, guys. Food is ready. I am excited. Look at how beautiful that couscous looks. And then it starts cracking, getting ready to receive some delicious sauce. My world. Guys, this was lovely. Simple but delicious. And now I'm going to be using my hands. Yes, my hands. This is how we eat it in Northern Africa. They use their bare hands to eat their couscous, right? So, but you can feel free to use your cutleries. I am not interested. I'm going to be using my hands. And you're going to see why sometimes I drop Scotch bonnet pepper in my food, because I want to have extra heat. I need to respect others. So I need to think of others. We use this Scotch bonnet pepper, we squeeze it. I'm going to squeeze it and have extra juice and extra heat. This was beautiful, guys. I ate so much, and the next thing I did was go to bed. That was the next thing. I had to go to bed. Well, I hope you're going to give this a try. It's quite simple, isn't it? It's quite simple, but very, very delicious. Alors, bon appétit. Bon appétit. À la prochaine. I'm going to see you next time. I love you all. Let's remember to show some love out there to people around us. Let's do some random act of kindness. And please do not forget to like, comment, and share the video. I love you all, my darlings. I love you. Mwah. I love you. Mwah. Yeah, this food was so delicious.
Cameroon, where the stories are told, shine a twist and a twist. It's the rhythm I know. Every bite is a song. Let the flavors unfold. Let the flavors unfold. In my mama's kitchen, with the sun sinking low, spices on the counter like a vibrant rainbow glow. She said the secret, girl, it's not in the list. It's the love in your hands that's China Twist. China Twist, from the heart of my soul, from the